What is going on, Debt Free Mafia? Hey, welcome to today's video. I'm so thankful that you're stopping by. I wanted to clarify on one extension to a video I recently had talking about life insurance and why it's so crucial that you have it. Recently I was talking to some friends and they brought up the question of, hey, what about life insurance for babies and or children, right? So that's a really good question because as parents, naturally we just want to love and protect our kids as much as possible, and the insurance agencies and companies and a lot of times can pitch us on this idea that you're not taking care of your kids well enough if you don't have a life insurance policy on them. So I'm not planning on this being a long video. I really just want to kind of jump straight to the point on why I don't recommend it for kids 9 times out of 10, and we'll talk about the one time I do recommend it here in just a second. Guys, thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. If you don't know me, my name is Rick. I'm a financial coach and the owner of the Debt Free Mafia, and we are creating, this channel exists to help people become financially bulletproof. So if that is you, go ahead, hit subscribe for me. Comment down below on whether you're for or against life insurance for kiddos. I'm just curious because it's one of those things that can kind of be just a little bit emotional for people, and so that's not my goal here. It's not to upset anybody. It's just really to kind of tell the facts of what it is. So kind of going back and recapping that video when I was talking about life insurance, what insurance is you're just offsetting risk to another person or another entity. So it'd be the insurance company in that case. So you're taking the risk of potentially not being able to afford. One of the biggest reasons why people get life insurance on kids is to afford their funeral if something were to happen to them. And so that's one of those instances where you're taking the risk of having to come out of pocket to pay for a child's passing with your insurance. Instead of you having to pay for it, the insurance company would pay for it. So everything from funeral to maybe even some medical expenses that you might incur. So reason here at the Debt Free Mafia, so I'm going to kind of break this down why I don't recommend it. So first and foremost, what we teach is that you have an emergency fund and that you become debt free. And then after you become debt free, you build up that emergency fund even bigger. We recommend anywhere from 3 to 6 months, just depending on your scenario of all expenditures. So if your expenditures are $5,000 a month, and you need a 6-month emergency fund because it's only single income or something like that, then you need to have $30,000 in your emergency fund. So reason why we do that is because it's one of those things where bad things just happen because we live in a broken world. So we have to have an emergency fund for not if bad things happen, but when bad things happen, or unfortunate, whatever you want to call them. So the goal and the idea is that we have our debt paid off, so that way if we do have to use the emergency fund, we're not having to make payments on debt. We can literally just take that money that we were making payments on debt and just be able to pump back up our emergency fund much faster than as if we were having to make payments on debt and restore our emergency fund, right? So emergency fund, paying off debt, bigger emergency fund, and then at that point, that's kind of what we want to use as our safety net, along with our insurance should something medical happen to a kiddo, and then on top of that, funeral costs. So that way we're not having to buy an insurance policy for them, because in reality, kids just don't need insurance, life insurance, because their expenses they're not generating an income, and really the point of life insurance is to replace an income that's been lost. And so that's why you want to have life insurance for sure for anybody who's making an income in the house. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, you need to have a life insurance policy, because if something were to happen to you, you're gonna have to be you were providing a ton of value to the family by nurturing and watching and caring and teaching potentially your kiddos. So you were providing extremely valuable value to your household, so that needs to be replaced and needs to have its own life insurance policy. However, the kiddos aren't, and the only instance that I would ever recommend that you have life insurance for a kiddo is if they're generating some sort of income, say that they're become a child actor, or maybe they're making money streaming video games online, or any kind of like content creator type role that they're able to monetize, which there are a ton of kids out there that are doing that. Those are the only instances I would do that, just because they're generating an income of some sort that I'm sure is probably helping the family in some way. So that is the only instance I would ever recommend life insurance for a kiddo. And I know you want to take care of the kids, but at the same time, you are taking care of the kids by, again, emergency fund, paying off your debt, and then working on a bigger emergency fund, right? And then on top of that, you want to make sure that your emergency fund will cover the all out of the out-of-pocket expenses of your insurance should something medical happen. Then insurance can take over everything after that. So I know it's not fun to think about any of this stuff, but the smart thing to do is avoid life insurance for kiddos unless they're generating some sort of income. So I hope that was helpful. If it is, go ahead and let me know below in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on child life insurance. Hit the subscribe for me. I'd love for you to be a part of the Debt Free Mafia. And again, I know I ask this all the time, but please hit the like button. It just helps me out so much. We're 1,000 subscribers strong and we're growing every day. It's really cool to watch. It's a great community. I'd love for you to be a part of it. Supporting me, the easiest way to do it is hitting the like button. So guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you have a really good day. And if you have any questions, be sure to DM me or let me know in the comments. Try to get to everybody who does ask me questions as best I can. Guys, appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.